The headlights never seem to change. Day in and day out, they always stay the same. Concrete's growing, the city's moving in, and there's progress for progress' sake. They think they know what's best for us and how to change our backwards ways. We stand for the flag. You can be damn sure that we're thankful for everything we have. We love this land. Every inch paid for by blood and sweat and the strength to take a stand. You might think that it's a relic or a rag. Way out here, we still stand for the flag. The men that died, gave their lives, knew what they were fighting for. Sacrifice and innocence left on a foreign shore. These colors still fly here high and proud, the red, the white, the blue. If you think they're coming down, I got some news for you. We stand for the flag. You can be damn sure that we're thankful for everything we have. We love this land. Every inch paid for by blood and sweat and the strength to take a stand. You might think that it's a relic or a rag. Way out here, we still stand for the flag. From sea to shining sea, there's still a lot of good old boys like me. We stand for the flag. You can be damn sure you're thankful for everything we have. Love this land. Every inch paid for by blood and sweat and the strength to take a stand. You might think that it's a relic or a rag. Way out here, we still stand for the flag.
Welcome to HomeFront Sitrep. I hope you're in for a great show today, because I'm just a veteran talking about what's on my mind and maybe yours.
You can find HomeFront Sitrep on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. You can also check out HomeFront Sitrep's YouTube channel.
Buckle up, the show is starting.
Mic in hand, ready for deployment. Podcast feels heavy as the ointment. Veteran tales straight from the trenches. Pop culture splices, pulling down the fences. HomeFront Sitrep, stories that collide. Veterans speaking truth, no reason to hide. Gritty and raw podcast on replay, decoding the past, paving the way. War zone whispers, bullets and bombs. Back to civilian ticking like a time bomb. Medals on the mantle, scars on the mind. Every episode another mystery to find. HomeFront Sitrep, voices from the fight. Veterans sharing dark, stepping into light. Real life saga, not some fairy tale. Truth and resilience, never gonna fail. HomeFront Sitrep, stories that collide. Veterans speaking truth, no reason to hide. Gritty and raw podcast on replay, decoding the past, paving the way. War zone whispers, bullets and bombs. Back to civilian ticking like a time bomb. Medals on the mantle, scars on the mind. Every episode another mystery to find. Legacy 11X, story of Marines. Army anecdotes, Gulf War scenes. Vietnam echoes, Desert Storm sounds. Podcast chronicles, glory and bounds. HomeFront Sitrep, honesty is core. Veterans laying bare what they endured. From the front lines to the hometown grief, episodes of grit, grind through the grief.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Monday edition of HomeFront Sitrep. How is everybody doing? Gunny, how are you, sir?
Dude, I don't know. About ready to throw my stuff out the window. That's where I'm at with it.
No, I
Had
hear
to,
you.
had to move from the office to the dining room, from the desktop to the laptop. Had technical difficulties last night's show. Tonight was no different trying to log on. That's why we're running so late, is because of me. And then, we finally got it figured out. So, but other than that, day is great. Got a new security camera hung out on the backyard, and then getting the house back to normal after the painters are gone. And then, of course, getting ready to take off on Friday for this cruise. So it's all the last minute stuff, the laundry, the packing, all the things that entail going on vacation, right? So
Right,
yeah,
right.
right. So a normal Monday, exactly. That's it. Yeah, for sure, 100%. How about you,
Yeah.
Willis? How's everything on your end?
Man, I tell you what, dealing with the VA and trying to get this paperwork that I need for friggin' to return back to work so I can actually do my day job is struggling. Luckily, Dr. Klein called today, my ortho, the one who did my surgery on my knee. He called and said, "Hey, what do you need?" And I was like, "All right, this is what I need." So he's going to send it over to Stony Brook so I can pick it up tomorrow when I do my CMP exam tomorrow. So I got that at 10:30 tomorrow, which I'm excited about. And then I have another one on Wednesday for increase, for the PTSD increase. So
Yeah.
tomorrow's general, and then Wednesday is the increase in the PTSD. So just gotta get through the next couple of days and see how things go, man. But I'm excited for today's guest, man. Me and him were talking while you were doing your technical difficulties earlier, and man, I tell you what, we need more children, teenagers like this kid, man.
Yeah, tell me anything I don't already know, man.
I know, I
You
know.
know, great young man. One of the youngest, if not the youngest member, the youngest official member, of Team Fast Tracks. I've had the pleasure of working alongside of him, and him and I did the one of the Navy games last year together, and I just let him run the show. I let him make all the calls, and just supervise, just to make sure he was doing everything right. And dude, outside of that, what he's doing in his community, football, wrestling. I mean, dude, he's got a full plate for sure.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to have Case on tonight, so everybody out there can understand what this young man has been doing for the past few years, and for the veteran community.
Yeah, I believe he said since he was 8 years old is when he started his first fishing tournament.
Yeah,
And raising money for veterans or veteran service organizations, and it just amazes me that somebody at his age at 8 years old says, "Hey, I want to do this." That right there tells me that this young man has the servant heart.
yeah,
kind of like what.
and he's got the support from his sister. He's got support from mom. He's got support from mom's boyfriend Eric. I mean, everybody from Team Fast Tracks, everybody at Blue Sky. Dude, I mean, this dude has so much support surrounding him, and encouragement around him. It's just, I would love to see even, man, a tenth of the young men and women out there take on something like this. Hell, I like to see adults take on this. That
Oh yeah.
we talk about how look working in the nonprofit world, and there's a core group of people that do all the fundraising, right?
Yeah.
But there are always people there to take and never give back. And this young man is doing nothing but giving back. I mean, even during Warrior Weekend, he's taking photos. He's not taking anything in for himself. He's out there just giving of himself constantly.
Yeah. And that dude, that's amazing. Like I said, I wish we had more young men and women like this kid. I mean,
Yeah.
he does. He's in what did he say? Second class. Hold on, let me bring up the slide again.
Why don't we just let him come on and talk about it?
Yeah, we could do. You know
How
what?
about we do that?
Let's do that. Let's bring him up. Let's do this. We're gonna put him in a big box, Gunny.
For sure. Absolutely.
Welcome to the show, young man.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's our pleasure to have you on. I mean, as Gunny has spoke very highly of you since he told me that you were coming on the show, and I was like, dude, sign me up. I'm there. So do me a favor. Introduce yourself to the world, man. All the listeners, all the followers out there. Introduce yourself if you don't mind.
So yeah, my name is Case Baccio. I am the founder of Clearwater for Heroes. It's a nonprofit organization, and all the money we've raised is distributed to veteran organizations. So I go to Manheim Township Middle School in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. 8th grade. Will be in high school next year. Don't know how that's going to go. Hopefully it'll go good. I'm a part of WEB, or Where Everybody Belongs. It's basically a program that our school has, and all the new students. So it's the middle school. The middle school is 7th and 8th grade. So all the 8th graders will help the 7th graders get adjusted to their classes and everything. And it's super cool. I've been playing football for 5 years, wrestling for 6, and this will be my 2nd year doing track. And like Sam said, I also do photography out there clicking away. I think I'm pretty good at it. I've been doing that for 1 or 2 years. I do wrestling photography, football photography, and baseball. I'm starting baseball. I'm 2nd class for Scouts, and I'm in Troop 84, which is in Nestville, PA. I've been doing that since the beginning. We were the first group in Cub Scouts to have what's called a Lion Scout, which is the youngest one. Like I was in kindergarten when I started, and been doing it since then. I'm also a member of Team Fast Tracks. That's amazing. The stuff that you get to see there, the crazy stuff that they do, and even the support that you show as a member going to these events, as like the charity events. We cover it for free, and we give back to whoever we're doing it for. And it's amazing to see the gratitude and emotions of the people who see it. I think I still get stunned when I see that 2,200 square foot flag under them. I mean, I'll stay on the ground. That's me though.
We'll get you up there one day, Case.
Maybe you have to knock me out.
Gunny, I think we might find somebody who rivals you on how busy you are. I think this young man might be busier than you.
He's more busy than I am. Now I will tell you, at least once a month, Case reaches out to me just to see how I'm doing. Even when he's that busy, he's still reaching out to check on me to see how everything is going in my life. But yeah, great young man. And, I mean, he said a lot, but, think about that time schedule. Football directly into wrestling, plus the Team Fast Track schedule, and then, the nonprofit stuff that we do, and then what he's doing in his personal time. And, he's setting up and going talking at, the Legions and the VFWs and, all those type of places to help raise awareness for his program and what he does, plus set up dine-in nights at like Texas Roadhouse and stuff like that out there where he is. And he's there and he's talking about the program, and, he's front and center. He's not just letting mom do everything. He is the one that's doing it. Even though mom has to get him from place to place. I mean, I know Allie's probably close by listening, but yeah, mom is a huge part of that too. But he's the one that's right there, right front and center. So, Case, how did Clearwater for Heroes start? Where was your vision? Where'd you get that from?
So it started in 2019 after I went to an event called Warrior Weekend to Remember. And I went there. My stepdad, Eric, he's active duty Army, amazing guy. He went there a part of Team Fast Tracks, and the event, it's probably a weekend and some change. And they bring in Purple Heart veterans, Gold Star families, Blue Shield families, and Wounded Warriors. And it's just an amazing event of bonding. They have gun shoots, skydiving, a parade, and dinner. And I've been to events like that before, but not on that caliber. And I think that really touched me and drove me to do something to help. And yeah.
No, that's awesome. So you started a fishing tournament. Why did you choose fishing and instead of like something outdoor, like something other outdoor thing, or other projects?
So at that time, I still am. I was super into fishing like all the time, every free time I had. Um, and I figured everyone can fish, whether you're in a wheelchair or if you're not, you can still fish. Just drop a line in the water and hope something bites it. Um, and it's a fun activity too. Sometimes it gets boring when you don't catch anything. That's me. I don't catch anything. Um, but stuff like that, it's more of like a healing thing, and it helps you relax and forget about everything that's going on around you, and it's just you're focusing on that one fishing thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So Gunny's reset his fishing, and me too. I love outdoor, doing anything outdoors, but like mine's outdoor therapy. Like when I go in the woods and I'll just watch nature wake up and listen to the birds start chirping, the water rustling, and all of that. But there is something about dropping a line in the water and hanging out with your friends that are there with you, and just reflecting on the moment, and then once you catch a fish, it's on. You get that, oh, I'm gonna catch the bigger fish than you, or you get to brag you got the biggest fish, or in Sam's case sometimes the smallest fish sometimes. So dude, that's friggin' amazing. And so you've been doing this since you were 8 years old. You're now an eighth grader, getting ready to go into be a freshman in high school. How much money have you raised for organizations in that you've donated to?
So far we've raised over $50,000. We've been distributing that to organizations such as Blue Skies for the Good Guys and Gals. Again, that's an amazing organization that we've been giving to. And we've also been supporting the Lancaster County Veterans Court. I've spoke there a few times. I think it's a wonderful program. Everybody there is amazing. Mr. Shaw is the one. He kind of like handpicked me. We were at a outdoor expo at the baseball stadium. He comes up to me and he goes, are you the kid from the newspaper? I go, I mean, there's a lot of kids, but sure. And he was like, I want you to come talk at Veterans Court. And ever since then, they've been the biggest help, volunteers, participants. I think it's an amazing program.
That's friggin' awesome, dude. I'm so excited to let people outside of Pennsylvania know who you are, because I think you can be an inspiration to all these uh, other middle schoolers, freshmen, um, to maybe emulate what you're doing, because unfortunately a lot of times nowadays teenagers are so into themselves and their little bubble, they're not worried about what's going on in the outside world. And looks like your mom and your stepdad and it have raised you to be a great young man, and it looks like you've got a lot of people in your corner that is helping you along your journey. And like Sam said, this is you doing it. You're taking that step of leading the way. They're there for, like your mom said earlier, she's your assistant. You're leading the way. And I think more young men and women out there can learn a lot from you. So I'm going to applaud you on that. And I'm going to use my word, Gunny, that I always use on every episode. That's phenomenal, dude. I love what you're doing, man. That's super, super cool. So tell us about your sixth annual, because this is be the sixth one, your sixth annual Clearwater for Heroes fishing tournament. Tell us a little bit about that.
So yeah, our goal this year is to try and get more veteran participants and sort of run it like also a healing thing for them so they can relax and, like I said, just pay attention to the water. It's at a Boy Scout camp called Camp Mac in Lidditz, Pennsylvania. And it's an amazing lake, private lake, plenty of space to fish. Registration starts at 7 and goes till 8. It's on May the 3rd. And then we fish from 8 to 12. And that's an amazing time. We have volunteers running around like chickens with their head cut off to go weigh the fish. And then at 12 o'clock, Mission Barbecue always provides a free lunch.
Everybody loves Mission.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Actually, we just before this we had that, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then after we have a raffle, donated raffle items and everything like that, and it's a fun time. I enjoy it.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. Yeah, everybody loves Mission. Do you know about their secret menu items?
I do not know.
Oh man, so Mission Barbecue. When I go to the one here locally, they have burnt ends. They're not on the menu, but you can get the burnt end sandwich or the burnt end meal. Oh my God, it's phenomenal. So next time you go in, ask them what's on the secret menu today and see what they tell you, because they do have secret menu items out there. And sometimes you'll get some really good deals on the secret items that they have. But the burnt ends is one that they always have. You just have to ask for them. They're not on the menu, but you just have to ask for them. And they'll ask you, do you want it wet or dry? And I always get it with barbecue sauce slathered all over them. Oh, I'm telling you, it's fire. You will love me and thank me after you try those. So you have to try it. Yeah, so I just want to give a shout out to Lauren and Stephanie. Thank you guys for coming in here. You guys are coming to the show late. This is Mr. Case. He runs Clearwater for Heroes. He's in the 8th grade. He's been doing Clearwater for Heroes fishing tournament since he was 8 years old. He has raised over $50,000 since he was 8 years old for veteran service organizations. Dude, that is amazing. So tell us a little bit more, man. I can sit here and listen to you talk all day. I think you have one of those personalities that just attract people to you, man. What else do you want to talk about?
I'd say the relationships that I made from this. It's fun raising money for them and helping veteran organizations, but it's also the connections. Like Sam said, I try to email the people who I have emails for and just, hey, how are you doing? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for meeting me and being in my life. And that I hope that goes a long way. I try to do that. The Haggerty family, it's a family that we met. Clearwater for Heroes paid for a memorial skydive for Karen Haggerty's dad. And it was truly amazing. We've talked to them. They come to they've came to every dine-in night, every event, everything we have. They're always there. And to talk to them and see their experiences, it's super nice. And then Jerry and Darlene Ferris, man, they're amazing people. I don't know. We went up to their house probably 3-4 months ago, hung out with them. We stayed at their house. What can I say? I feel pretty happy. Jerry was in the Marines, and yeah, he's an amazing guy. Super funny, caring. He basically took me under. He calls me grandson, and
Nice.
he puts pictures of me next to his grandsons, and his grandsons are like, "Oh, who's that?" Like, man, that's my new grandson. He loves me, and that's all I can ask. We've met the Navy Seabees at some of the local VFWs. Roger Zink from Warrior Weekend. He's he's helped me so much with photography. He's given me lenses, given me cameras, and just helping me learn more. And then all of Team Fast Tracks. Team Fast Tracks is always there for me.
Yeah.
And everybody's there super nice. So yeah.
So we got a question here on TikTok from Stephen LaMonica. He's part of the Misfit Nation podcast. He said, "This is great. If you can, will you send me a link so he can send a donation?" So if somebody wanted to donate to Clearwater for Heroes, how can they donate?
So we have a donation form. It's a paper one. If you go to our Facebook page, Clearwater for Heroes on Facebook, the form's there, and if you send it in, mail it. There should be an address on the bottom, and if you mail it in, then we'll get your donation. And also,
No,
on,
you're good. I was just going to say, so if you're out there watching, whether on Facebook, YouTube, wherever, you go to their go Clearwater's 2 words, Clearwater for Heroes on Facebook, and I'll throw that on in the link or in chat as well. You can download the thing. Now, have you guys thought about streamlining that? So like maybe like a don't like a website or anything. Have you guys got that far yet?
we have not. No, we have an Eventbrite page, also Clearwater for Heroes. And we've been using that. That's been super amazing. And yeah,
That's
so
the link right there for
link.
that.
Yeah.
So there you probably don't know this, but there is an app called Jotform, and you can create your own free app, and you can set it up with like a donation button. You can do that. So once we get offline, I can give Gunny the information, and he can show you. Just go to jotform.com, and it says apps up there, and you can create a free app that people can download, and you can customize it. You can put the forms on there for donations, or there's a donation button on there. You can set it up to go to your bank account. And so that might help you streamline a little bit. So it's free. It don't cost you anything. And people can just download the app and boom, see, you can post your fishing tournaments in there. You can put photos in there. You can pretty much do a little bit of everything. And I see your grandmother is in chat, and she's kind of telling on you because you didn't say that you had a lawn mowing business and a snow shoveling business. So that just adds more stuff to your plate.
Yeah, it's tough to juggle all of it, but I think that helps. Time management. That's what I was.
Yes.
Time management. That helps me.
I wish you could come down here and teach my 2 daughters time management, because neither one of them have time management, and it seems like you've got it locked. Where you got, man, you are an amazing young man. So I'm going to give kudos to your grandmother too for helping raise you. That's friggin' phenomenal.
Thank you.
Again, phenomenal. You have to find a new word. So, Case, during the tournament, do you have separate categories, or is it just the biggest bass, the biggest catfish?
So we do have different categories. It's we add up the weight of your 3 biggest fish, and that'll decide your winner. So it's all on weight, I believe. Yes, it's all on weight. Sorry, I second guessed myself. It's all on weight. So we'll add up the 3 biggest fish that you have. So like I said, we have the volunteers running around like chickens with their head cut off, all crazy, sometimes it gets bad. But they weigh it, write it down, and then at the end we bring it all up. Oh, you got a 2-pound bass, a 3-pound bass, and a 4-pound bass. You get a 9-pound total, and then whoever wins that. We have the adult category and the child category, and we have different prizes for the winners.
That
Very
is
cool.
awesome. What's going on, Black Death?
What if I hit
the
a
show?
20-pound catfish?
I
And that's the
mean,
only fish I catch. I mean, do I win?
then you win, yeah. So if you don't catch 3 fish,
Yep.
we'll just take the 1 or 2 fish that you caught, and that's your total.
So it's a three fish maximum.
Yep.
And then it's the largest weight amount of the 3 fish.
It is, yeah. So like we'll have people that sit on the dock and catch like bass or bluegill like yay big, like not even a pound, and catch 50 of those. And we'll have people that try and catch the 2-3 pound catfish on the bottom, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Very cool. How big is the lake roughly that you think?
I'd say probably lengthwise, I'd say 100 yards. It's a nice sized lake, and you can go all around. There's a dock on one side. There's grass all around it. Obviously, it's a lake. And yeah, it's a nice lake, nice place too.
Very cool. Do you see Clearwater for Heroes expanding and doing like going to other places, other lakes, or are you going to kind of stay close to you for now until Mom lets you, spread your wings and fly a little bit?
So I would hope that would be my hope, to get to a bigger lake and have a bigger event. But I think the size of lake that we have now is good. Everybody's not like close together, but close enough. Like, hey, how you doing? And you get to interact with the other people that are fishing there with you. And once we get enough people, I believe we will spread to a bigger lake. I don't know what that would be, but to try and find one would be fun, and having a bigger lake to expand to.
Might help if I unmute my mic. How did you come up with the name Clearwater for Heroes?
So that was probably the hardest part of everything. Out of everything, finding the name. So we wanted something with clear water, because at least me, when I fish, I clear my head and clear everything out of my mind, and then Water for Heroes kind of just came with it. I don't know. That was the hardest part. That took probably a month or 2 of just, I like this, but I don't like that also. And it's a lot of back and forth.
No, I like it because like Gunny, when he's out fishing, he's doing a complete reset. So I get the clear part, and then you're fishing, so you're water. So I get it, man. It makes sense. I mean, it just goes together. Dude, I love it. It's amazing. So your next tournament is, when is the next tournament?
May 3rd.
May 3rd.
Yep.
And how many people do you have signed up for it right now?
So signed up now, we don't have many. I'd say probably 10, around 10. But we do have a lot of walk-ins. And as it gets closer, like we estimate around 50.
Nice.
So nice turnout, yeah.
Have you seen growth each year that you've done this?
Oh, 100%, yeah. Like the first year we started, there was maybe 30 people. It was also COVID. But there was like 30 people, and we've just expanded and grown. And I feel like the family has also become more entwined. Everybody knows each other more. Like we have people from Veterans Corps that's followed me since the beginning. And it's just amazing to see them keep coming back every year. And I think that makes a difference.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, and you're making an impact in their lives. I mean, going to talk to them and tell them what you're doing, and then they get to actually come out and partake in the fishing. And, like you said earlier, it clears your headspace. That's my reset. I have 5 trips booked already this year. everywhere from a lake here in Kentucky to Alaska to New Jersey, Florida, Tennessee, Texas. I'm going to be all over the place fishing this year. But I'm only worried about catching the fish, right? The bills, the wife, the kids, the team, the service dog, all that just takes a back seat to catching the fish. And sometimes I do catch the biggest fish. I've got the photos to prove it. But then sometimes the fish isn't much bigger than the bait I'm using. But still, I've got a line in the water. And the objective is still the same, whether I'm catching a big fish or a little fish, that my headspace is getting clear. I'm having a reset. I feel better about myself after I come off the water. And I'm not that big of a butt to people after I come off the water either. So if you catch me about mid-season, the gunny's coming out, and then I get to take my break and go fishing, and then you catch me after I come back, totally different person for the most part.
Yeah, I could see that. Because it's like me when we do this podcast, I got to take a break kind of halfway through, just to reset, and deal with day-to-day things that are going on in my head. So of course I don't get to go fishing as much as you do because I do have a day job, but man, I love it. I love it. So yeah, so we'll get together and I'll show you how to do that. I can help you, walk you through on the app, because I think that would help streamline what you're doing for like donations and stuff. And you might be able to even incorporate like registration for the fishing tournaments and stuff like that. Now, so you right now you're still local to your area. You haven't outgrown your county or your tri-county area, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do you eventually want to be able to have the ability to bring? What are you shaking your head for?
We had this discussion, Willis.
No.
Yes, Willis. What you talking about, Willis?
I'm not talking about going to other lakes and doing it. I'm talking about bringing veterans in from other states to wherever you're having your tournament in, and Clearwater for Heroes being able to pay for those veterans to come in is what I was going at, the route I was going.
100%. Yeah. If we could make an impact on one person's life, eventually it'll grow to more once they tell their friends, hey, there's this amazing event that I want to go to, or I think you should go to, and just trying to not affect, but impact as many people's lives as we can. That's my goal, at least.
I love it.
So what's two questions? How much is the registration fee? And do you guys have swag that you guys can sell or we could purchase?
So the registration for adult open, it's $35, and for adult heroes, it's $20. So the adult heroes are adult veterans, anybody who's served. And the child hero is the son or daughter of somebody who served. And then the child open is the child open. We have t-shirts that you get when you register, and we have stickers that we hand out. And that's about it. So no, we don't have a lot of swag to hand out.
All right. So there is a company called SameFlagSameOath.com. They're a veteran-based company out in Texas. They make t-shirts, hats, and stuff of that nature. I'm going to get you and Matt and them connected, because what he'll do is he'll create you t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and he'll create a separate web link that you can send people, and you get all the percentage. Now he'll take his cut out of, like, if you sell a hoodie for $35, he'll take a small percentage, but your organization gets all of that. So I'm gonna get you guys connected with him, because I think if you had more merch, like that people can support you and wear around town, I think you will see that would be another avenue to bring in a lot more money for you to help other veterans in your community, and then eventually, branch out. I think that'd be awesome for you guys. So I'm gonna make that connection. Matt's a super awesome guy. He's a Navy vet, so don't hold that against him being Navy. But I think he will love your mission, and once he talks with you and sees what you're doing, I think it'd be a no-brainer for him to say, "Hey, let's do this. Let's create you a line of shirts, hoodies, hats, tumblers, like you're drinking tumblers and stuff like that, with your logo and stuff on it." I think that would be amazing for you. And I know me and Gunny, we're going to support you any way we can. I just met you, and I'm already like ready to go to Lancaster, PA, and go fishing with Gunny. So.
Well, it's not going to be me because I'll be in Japan.
But yeah, no, I love it, man. And Lauren says this right here. She says, "I love this kid's line of thinking and positivity." That as an 8th grader, that dude, you have something that a lot of people don't have, and it's just refreshing, and it gives me hope for humanity to see how you are and what you're doing for the people in your community, the heroes in your community. Yeah.
Well,
So
and it's expanded past that, right? So he's donating some of that money to Blue Skies, and Blue Skies brings in guys and gals from all over. I mean, we've had guys come in from Hawaii. We've had one of the British soldiers come in that served with one of the guys that I met through Blue Skies. And it's just people coming from all over. It's not just the people, and then his surrounding counties that he's making an impact on. It's, California, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Hawaii. It's everywhere. And, he gets to, not that he does it for this, but, each person that's donates money, or organization that donates money, gets their organization name on a placard in the level that they're donating to, and Clearwater for Heroes is right there on all the printed and digital print for Blue Skies. So people know, and then of course we get to talk him up while he's there, and sometimes it's in front of everybody, or sometimes it's one-on-one conversations about Case. And I when he was getting selected and going through selection for the team, I stepped off the committee because I wanted an impartial vote for him, and what he's doing for the Blue Skies and what he's doing for his community. I didn't think that I could take that impartialness out and just vote him in on that merit alone. So I stepped away from selection during that year, and Matt being Navy isn't going to be nothing. He has to deal with Perry all the time, so he's used to it.
So
Eric says, "What other local organizations are you supporting?" Because he's listening somewhere, wherever he is in the world right now. He's listening.
Yeah, he's on here right now. Eric is.
So Eric's my stepdad. I think I already said that.
You did.
But yeah, he's amazing. Supports me through everything. We support Lancaster Veterans Court, like I said, and Blue Skies for the good guys and gals. We also have a supplies drive at our tournament for the Delmarva chapter of the Purple Heart. So we just ask 1 or 2 bottles of shampoo, body soap, T-shirts, just something that somebody would need if something were to happen. We're also looking to extend our support to an organization called For the Love of a Veteran. And they will fly in veterans from all over the world and will give them an SGB shot, or a stellate ganglion block. And that, from what I've heard from all the people, we've gone to a few of their events, and everybody said that that's an amazing thing, and to do it to them, or do it for them at no cost. I think that's super amazing. and then building bridges. It's a local horse therapy. There's a word for it, but I completely forget it.
Equine therapy.
Equine therapy. And we've been to a few of their meetings. Everybody's super nice. And they do that there and at no cost to the veterans. Let them ride the horses and everything. And I think that's super cool also.
I love that you're spreading the wealth to all these different organizations out there. And Brianna here, she's in South Dakota, and she says, I'm gonna do my best to spread the word here in South Dakota. It's those like him that give our future light. And then we got Lauren, she's in Michigan, and she's going to spread the word about you in Michigan. And have you thought about partnering with other veteran service organizations out there that kind of do the same thing that you're doing, but maybe on a different scale, like Operation Vets with Nets or Vets? So there's two organizations. Well, there's more than two, but so you got Operation Vets with Nets, and then you got Vets with Nets that's down in Virginia. I think one's up in Michigan and one's down in Virginia. So have you thought about partnering with other organizations just to help spread the word about Clearwater for Heroes?
We have not, no, but I think that would be a wonderful idea because the more people that hear about Clearwater for Heroes and support it, even in the littlest way of showing up and fishing, that means we could support one other person. So I think the more people that hear it, the better. So we'll look into that.
Yeah, so I can get you connected with Rich Segara. He's with Vets with Nets, and then I'll get you connected with Operation Vets with Nets as well. Now they do one big so Operation Vets with Nets, they do one big fishing tournament. This year they had, I think, 300 boats, and they brought veterans in for this one big fishing tournament that they had. So I think I'll get you connected with Vets with Nets for sure, because I know they do things year round at different states and stuff like that. And Rich is a super cool cat. He's an Army guy, and I think that'd be a good connection for you to help. For one, since you're already doing the fishing thing, he can help you because he's on a slightly larger scale than what you're at right now. But I think he can help guide you kind of in the path that you're going. So, and then Little Wildfire, Katie, she's in chat as well. She said, "Come partner with us in Alabama at President's Lake." So, Katie, if you're in the YouTube chat, tell what organization are you talking about in Alabama at President's Lake? So that's what we do here on Homefront Sitrep. And then, you know who we need to get connected with, Gunny, is James with Heroes of America and Beyond, and maybe possibly get him to design a coin for you.
The kid's done it himself, man.
He's
and
already.
Why would he go to James when I can do it?
Well, there you go.
But Case has already designed his own. He is already that step ahead of you.
Dang, man, this kid's on it. I love it. So, Bike Maniac says he will spread the word in Illinois. This young man is an inspiration. Your parents must be proud. That's coming from Bike Maniac on TikTok. So there's people all over the country right now that's hearing your story, that's going to start spreading Clearwater for Heroes in your story, because you are an inspiration. And Gunny, thank you for the connection, because you brought Case here to Homefront Sitrep, and that's what we love doing, is making that connection and then spreading awareness about your organization. And for you to start it at 8 years old and still, here you are 6 years later into it, still out there pushing, man, that's awesome, bro. I'm super excited to meet you. And if you ever need anything from me, I'll be here for you. Reach out to me via email. You guys got my email now. and I'll give you my phone number offline. So she says President's Lake is in Hope Hole, Alabama. Our church does fishing tournaments all the time, and I know they would love to have one for veterans. So maybe you and your mom and stepdad could take a trip down to Alabama and do a fishing tournament down there at President's Lake. So
Yeah. Grandma Pam was in here earlier, and she's like, "How much does it cost to send one person to the weekend event?" And that varies, right? So, I mean, if you're local-ish here to the Middletown, Franklin area, that cost is less than what it would be to fly somebody in from across the country. So, I mean, average cost is somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000 to send somebody into Warrior Weekend. And Kay says definitely raised a lot of money to bring in guys and girls from everywhere. And I know it's greatly appreciated, because the one thing that you hear about during Warrior Weekend, other than how great the weekend is how is this kid raising so much money? That's one of the main questions that are asked. How is this kid raising so much money? And the answer is he's putting forth effort, and he's got a great support network behind him.
Thank you. So back to the coin really quickly. I know, Sam, you helped me with this, but here's our coin. The front is the fish and our name, and the back we have the Purple Heart, Gold Star, and Blue Shield. We hand those out. So, yeah, thank you, Sam, for helping us make those. They're amazing.
Yeah, that's an amazing coin, bro. I really like it a lot.
That was all you. I just gave my input, and you made it happen. So you came with a great rendering to begin with, and it was we had to tweak it a little bit. So no, it's great. I've got one in the other my office where I usually am that sits right behind me. But no, it's greatly appreciated. But yeah, I mean, you're doing amazing things, and outside of that, even for the team, and hopefully I get to see you a lot more over the course of this coming jump season.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah. So is there anything else that you want to touch on before we drop you down and end the show?
So when you guys were saying about the cost to send somebody to Warrior Weekend, I was told that it's around $4,000 is like the average to send somebody there. So I set that to my goal for the first year, thinking we'll try and get there, but I doubt we'll get it. And I think we raised like 4,200, and I completely did not know that was going to happen. I thought it was going to be way lower. And like I said, we still have people coming from the first year helping. I think it was 2 years ago. It was pouring rain, absolutely terrible. It was like pouring rain, maybe 40 degrees. Everybody was a popsicle. We still had people standing out there weighing the fish, still fishing. There were kids fishing. I was inside. I was cold. But there were kids fishing out there. And just the support that everybody has given. And like you said, I have an amazing support group. I don't think I would have been able to do it if it wasn't for the people in my back corner. Always there for me. I got the mom taxi over here, go from here to here to here to here in the same night. And yeah, everybody's there for me. So yeah.
Yeah. So here's a comment right here. I can't wait to see what you achieve in this lifetime. Yeah, you're going places. PA is not going to be able to hold you there, because you are definitely going places. And then your grandmother wants you to talk about your sponsors and the money from your sponsors. I think she said something about your tier levels earlier, like different tier levels.
Oh yeah. So we have different tiers for our sponsors, but all the money is appreciated. The sponsors, you get shirts, you get on the back of the shirts, you have your name of the business or person that you sponsored from. And that's how we do it down there. So, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, brother. Well, I want to thank you for coming on here and hanging out with us for this hour and telling us about you and your organization. And like Lauren said, I can't wait to see what you achieve, because I think you're going places, my friend. And um, Gunny, thank you for bringing Case here and introducing me to him, because that's what we love doing, is highlighting the mom and pop grassroots nonprofits out there that still care about the veteran, and that's what you are, my friend. You are amazing.
Thank you.
Gunny, got anything else to say real quick before we drop him out and wrap it up?
No, no, I think we pretty much covered all the bases. One of these days I will make it to one of the fishing things. It just happens to be the same weekend that I'm in Japan every year. But maybe one of the maybe during the summer when you make it out this way, we'll go fishing, just you and I.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
Heck yeah. All right, man, we're gonna drop you down. If you just want to hang out for a little bit, we'll talk to you as soon as we close out the show.
Sounds good.
Gunny. That was super friggin' amazing, man. God.
Yep.
I wish we had more teenagers.
People. Look, don't even say teenagers. People.
Yeah, people. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what he's doing as a teenager, there's adults that have the capabilities, that have the means to go out and do it. They're just lazy and don't. And here you have Case, who has mom carting him around. Mom, we have to go here. Mom, we have to go here. And that's outside of wrestling and football and track and photography and Warrior Weekend and Team Fast Tracks and lawn mowing and snow shoveling.
Yeah.
If he can do it, why can't we? Why can't the grown adults go out there and raise money for their local veteran nonprofit, local first responder nonprofit, or local nonprofit, period?
Yeah. And he's well spoken too. That's another thing I noticed. He's well spoken, and I think that's a testament to him as well, because you can talk in front of a lot of people and stumble upon your words all the time, and not be don't speak well. And I'm saying that as in my country accent, don't speak well. If you go in front of a large group of people and you don't enunciate your words, and you don't um, speak fluently, um, and you stumble all the time, and then you do this, people are, sometimes oh, I'm not going to support him, but no, this guy, dude, he's phenomenal. I'm going to
Yeah.
use it again, phenomenal.
Oh, he is, and I've known it for years, and hopefully he doesn't get a big head from it. But dude, I wish my kids would friggin' do half of what he's doing. I mean, Micah has stepped up. Micah does a lot. Micah does a lot of volunteering, but Micah hasn't come close to raising 50 grand for nonprofits. It's more about the gaming and the girls and everything else. So hopefully, when that comes time for the relationships, that he can find somebody that is passionate about raising money as he is for other organizations.
Oh,
But
yeah.
no, I mean, it's a family affair there. I mean, I know Bella's away at college right now, but you see her all the time. She's helping out. Mom and Eric both are on the team, so we got 3 of the 4 are on the team.
Heck yeah.
So I get to spend a lot of time with them throughout the year, and obviously see them at Warrior Weekend. And that's the good thing about it, about the event being Team Fast Tracks Warrior Weekend. I get to see the teammates that I don't get to see usually throughout the year, because I'm running and gunning as much as I am with the team and gone all the time. So that one weekend we all come together and support, the veteran, the Gold Star family, and the families of the fallen first responders.
Yeah. And a good comment here. He's the definition of be the change you want to see. And
Yeah,
I would agree.
absolutely.
I would agree. And we talk about, that change. It has to start with the younger generation. It has to start with the younger generation. And I think he's off to a good start. And then some of the comments that are coming on through TikTok, that young man is an incredible inspiration, great, fine gentleman. Another one, amazing person. So that's just a testament to who he is. Man, super, super cool, man.
And he's an eighth grader.
And he's an eighth grader. Yes, dude, that's crazy. An eighth grader. So you can catch HomeFront Sitrep on Reese Across America Radio, Heroes Media Group, Veterans Voice Radio, and Military United podcast streams. And you can find Thursday nights, 11 p.m., Reese Across America. So website www.reaseacrossamerica.org/radio. You can find us on Thursday nights at 11 o'clock Eastern. And then Gunny, this is you, brother.
You're so hillbilly.
I know I
Oh
am.
man, yeah. You're not alone. You still have worth. You still have value. Don't let the dark days win. You made it through recruit training. You made it through the academy. You made it through whatever you've gone through. Don't let the demons win.
Yeah, definitely. And hashtag be someone stranger. What we mean by that is we as humans are more apt to talk to a complete stranger than the ones we love the most. And we're not looking for a fix. You can go out and you can ask somebody, "Hey, how you doing?" And they're going to answer, "I'm hanging in there. I'm living the dream. I'm okay." But that's when you have to ask the next hard question. "Hey, how you really doing?" And be ready for that conversation. Could be a 5-minute conversation, could be a 10-minute conversation, could be a 5-hour conversation. You just have to be ready for that conversation. So definitely ask the next hard question. And I love the fact that you're not alone. And here we always say we got your six, but it's more like we should have your 360, because there's a lot of things that we need to get in front of before.
Sometimes you just need a hug, man, and
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yes. Sometimes you just need a hug. Um, this right here, you never know what someone's going through. I would agree.
Yeah.
What's going on, Pumpkin? How are you, sir?
Yep. Everybody you meet on the street every single day is going through something that you have no idea what they're going through.
Yeah.
So
Amen.
be nice, be kind to people. Throw a smile. This is my happy face. This is what you're going to get. I'm sorry, but just don't be an ass to people.
So I'm going to talk about Miss Brianna Winters real quick. So earlier today, she told me that her husband is on the police force on the reservation, and he's seen a lot of trauma in his time. And she was asking me some of the things that she could do to help him. And one of the things I took, because she was trying to say that military here is with PTS and police are down here. I'm like, no, it's more, police officers are more than us in the military. And she's like, well, I don't know what to do. With them being Native American, I was like, look, go to your spiritual leader within your community, go talk to the medicine man, and your husband's going to, have him reach out to your husband and go that way. And then I said,
introduce him to post-traumatic growth.
Yes.
Let him discover how he needs to grow through the traumas he's experienced.
Yeah, Gunny has dealt with quite a bit of that with Kentucky Wounded Heroes and some of the other organizations that he volunteers with. That's where I get a lot of my knowledge when it comes to the law enforcement side of things. I know more of the veteran side of things, but a lot of my know-how comes from this man next to me. I'm gonna point this way because that's where you're at. But when it comes to the law enforcement side of things, and there are organizations out there that will help law enforcement with their post-traumatic growth. So check into that. And if he needs somebody to talk to, have him reach out to me or Gunny, and we'll sit there and talk to him. We'll be a stranger, because unfortunately, law enforcement and EMTs, first responders, they see a lot more trauma on a daily basis compared to what we do in the military. So that's what we're here for, to help and pass along that information that we get and resources that we have. So, and Lauren, thank you for your comment. She said that young man isn't the only one changing the world. You two gentlemen are too. So I thank you for that. Um, and I almost hate to end the show because I think I could talk to Case for another 2 hours just to hear more of his stories and stuff like that. And,
Well,
and see,
I'm sure he's got a bedtime because he's got school tomorrow.
yeah, he does. He definitely, but anyway, it's that time of night, Gunny. Like we always say on Homefront Sitrep, stay safe out there. We got your
got your
6.
6.
Might help if I play the right thing. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Suggestions and comments are always welcome.
Cannot wait to have another great show with y'all.
Don't forget you can find HomeFront Sitrep on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Stay safe out there. I got your 6.